Hey guys, Henry here, back at you again with a very exciting video. Man, I cannot wait to see this. I actually had to resist so hard to not watch Path of Exile 2, like the developer stream, the GGG stream on Twitch. I had to not watch it because I was working and I really wanted to watch it, but now I gotta save it for the raw reaction. So I have not seen anything yet, but I've been told and I've been hearing some things on Twitter and all this crazy stuff that this trailer was really, really good. And we're going to be also reacting to the full-on trailer breakdown for all the content that's coming out next week on Friday. So let's just jump right into it. I'm super excited. I've never seen this before, so let's just go right in. Let's go.
Azmerian are guided by the spirit. It provides prey, shelter, even love. But for me, one day...
Oh, there she is.
All that would change.
There she is.
The spirit, it showed me something. Something forbidden.
What is that? Chaos? Oh, is that a skill gem?
And to defend all I loved,
Ooh.
I used it.
Oh, she used a skill gem.
I lost everything.
Oh, they kicked her out.
That day.
Poor girl.
But fate weren't finished with me yet.
Oh, they found her? Damn. She locked up.
I'll right the wrongs I've done. I'll do what I must. No matter the cost.
Okay, nice.
I will hear the spirit once more.
Ooh, okay, let's go. Oh, she has fire too. Oh. Ooh, the snake! Did you just sacrifice a body? Oh, and electrical, yeah, okay. And bleed, that looks like bleed. What the? She's riding the back of a bird! Is that a RHOA? That's a RHOA. Oh, what the hell was that? 25 new skills. Yo, this music though. Okay, yo. Okay, Azmerian Wisps. Okay, that's the new mechanic. Oh, hey, they brought back Rogue Exiles from POE 1. 100 new support gems. 100 new uniques. Oh my god, it looks great, dude. What the heck is this? New Ascendancy, new endgame mechanics? Dude, that Ascendancy's in the middle of crazy. Was that Lake of Calandra? What is happening? Oh my god, that is a fat... Yo. What? Oh. What a sick trailer. Nice. Okay, here we go. April 4th. Okay, guys. We're gonna jump right into the breakdown of the actual content. So I'm gonna cut right to the next part, okay? Alright, guys, here we go.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Jonathan Rogers.
Jonathan
Game
Rogers.
Director on Path of Exile 2. Welcome to GGG Live.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a little over 3 months since we launched early
know, it's been
access,
3 months
so
already.
It's about time for our first major content update. Today, we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt, which launches on April 4th.
1 week.
Drops are enabled on today's live stream, so make sure you follow the instructions below in order to claim your Executioner's Guillotine finisher effect. Now in today's stream, we're going to take you on a deep dive into the new Dawn
class.
of the Hunt update. We'll cover a new class,
Okay,
5
so
new
no
Ascendancy
druid?
classes, and huge expansions on character systems like unique items and support gems. After that, it's on to the in-game improvements,
Okay, here we
including
go.
changes to systems, a bunch of new encounters, and lots of other content. We're going to finish up today with a live Q&A session where Ziggy D will ask Path
Ziggy
of
D.
Exile 2's game directors,
Ziggy
myself
D's
and
nuts.
Mark, your questions from Twitch chat. Now we have a lot to cover today, so let's get started with a trailer for Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt. Now as you can see, in Dawn of the Hunt we're introducing the first new class since early access to POE 2, the Huntress.
The Huntress.
The Huntress is a spear-wielding Azmeri warrior. Born into a society with strict traditions, she was exiled from her homeland after using the power of a skill gem to defend her village.
She's just trying to play the game. What
As
do
a
you mean?
dexterous spear
Why'd they kick her
user,
out,
she
man?
specializes in both melee and ranged combat, dashing into
Oh,
and
she has a
out of
backflip.
Spears have extended range and a
Ooh.
short dash. But unlike other melee weapons, you can also throw them. In order to make a hybrid
Poke 'em with a
ranged
stick?
and melee character work, we had to do a lot of thinking about ways to make it fun to both enter and exit melee range. The first skill you will get as a Huntress is Whirling Slash. As well as striking in a circle around you, this skill creates a whirlwind that blinds your enemies.
Oh, it blinds
The
them.
whirlwind will make it explode.
This is an old skill they
The more
showed
whirling
months
slash
ago.
is used, the bigger the whirlwind, and the bigger the explosion.
Nice.
Once you're out of there, you'll want to follow up with something ranged. Whip your spear around to shoot twisters.
Oh,
towards your
Twister!
foes.
That's like the one from
These
D2 for
twisters
the
bounce off
druid.
walls and can hit enemies multiple
Wow, Twister.
times. You can
that
also
was a
throw
twister.
twisters inside a whirlwind to shoot out extra tornadoes.
Oh, that's so sick. Okay.
In her offhand, the Huntress will usually want to hold a buckler, which allows you to do a new skill, parry.
Parry.
While holding down parry, your character will counterattack any incoming attack from monsters near you, stunning them. In addition, the monsters will take extra attack damage from your follow-up strike.
That's really cool.
Some specific skills are designed to be used after a parry and have extra effects. Disengage is a skill that does a quick jump back, damaging enemies in front of you.
Okay,
can be
in
used
and
to
out.
interrupt other actions, like dodge roll.
Oh, you
If
can
use
interrupt
it
it.
against a parried enemy, though, it causes an explosion and gives you a frenzy charge.
Ooh, it's like a combo.
Just be careful. If you parry too much, you're going to get stunned and possibly killed.
Okay.
You can
Interesting.
combine this combo with Whirling Slash. Slash, parry, disengage.
Wow.
And you'll get an explosion from the disengage and the Whirling
There's
Slash.
so many combos.
The
It's not
Huntress
just like
also
one
has
thing.
variety
Oh,
of
here we go,
weapons
lightning
and spear
javelin.
attacks. You could use lightning spear to bounce
Yeah.
around between your foes.
I'm gonna make that day one.
Or you could throw explosive spears into the ground. These spears take a while to detonate, but when they do,
Oh.
they'll incinerate anyone caught in the blast.
It's like a grenade.
All spear throws on the Huntress can also be empowered by frenzy charges. For example, explosive spears will do an even larger explosion and leave fire on the ground.
That's so sick.
And these empowered versions can activate even more combos. Using Whirling Slash over ground fire will suck it into the whirlwind, adding fire to the explosion.
Oh, nice.
Using twisters inside a fire whirlwind will shoot out fire from
Fire
enemies as well.
twisters. Yeah, look at that. That's so
You can do
tight.
similar combos with ice. And lightning
Ice.
too.
It looks so pretty.
Now, a key aspect of hunting is exhausting your foes by causing blood loss.
Whoa.
This skill is Rake, which dashes
Rake.
towards your target and unleashes a deadly slash, opening up wounds on your enemies. Follow up with Disengage and watch them bleed out as they run towards you. On the health bar of monsters, you can see how much blood loss the enemy has experienced.
Oh, look at that.
And
They
the Huntress
they
has
changed the health bar. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
skills to take advantage of this. For example, using Blood Hunt will thrust forward and cause a bloody explosion. The more blood loss, the bigger the explosion.
Wow.
If you want to cause bigger bleeds, try out Rapid Assault.
Rapid assault.
Final hit of this
Oh,
multi-hit
nice. I
combo
can
will
make
stick
any
a
build
spear
with this
into your enemy
character.
for a big bleed. Now, Explosive Spear and Rapid Assault both result in leaving spears behind, either in the ground or in enemies. But there are other skills that leave spears around too, like Storm Lance, that leaves an electrical spear that arcs towards enemies.
Oh,
What
wow.
can you do with all these spears?
Arcs.
Detonate them, of course. Thunderous Leap will allow you to jump onto and explode any spears either in the ground or in your enemies.
Oh, that's so tight.
Now, as well as hunting animals, the Huntress also has the ability to work with them. While fighting any
Wait.
beast, you have the ability to tame it and use it as a companion.
You're
You
joking.
can only have one companion at a time, but it will keep the mods that were on it.
What?
Find a rare beast with good mods to
I
take
could
full
ha-
advantage of your ability to
I could
tame
have a
it.
pet quadrilla?
Now, this is just the beginning of the Huntress. We've really tried to make
this
the hybrid
character.
ranged and melee gameplay work for this class by having a huge amount of
fucking
synergy
sick she
between
looks.
ranged and melee options. There are 22 new skills available for the Huntress.
22.
By Engame, you'll be slinging hundreds of insanely powerful spears, sending forth spirit animals and summoning the might of Solaris from the sky.
Whoa, what is it, like Hammer of Dawn from
We
Gears
still
of
haven't
War?
talked about Ascendancy classes yet. What can the Huntress ascend into?
Yeah, please.
Well, the first Ascension
Whoa.
class you could choose is the Ritualist.
The
The
Ritualist.
Ritualist has embraced the darker side of Azmerian traditions by harnessing the power of animal sacrifice and plague. The Corrupted Life Force skill causes all enemies around you to grow volatile blood boils on their skin.
Oh,
When those enemies are slain, the boils will burst, spreading corrupted blood to all enemies around them.
wow, it's corrupted blood
The
too.
Ritualist also excels in taking advantage of magical trinkets. The Unfurled Finger skill
What?
allows you to equip an additional ring on a finger.
3
around
rings? That's never been done
Taking
before, has
Mystic
it?
Attunement increases the bonuses of all
Gain-
the rings and amulets you have equipped.
Can you imagine getting an ingenuity with this? Oh my god, the numbers will be crazy, dude.
Now this is one of my favorites. As the Whispers ask,
Oh, this is the sacrifice skill.
Ritual Sacrifice. Use the skill on the corpses of slain rare monsters to absorb the power in their blood.
No way.
To give you one of their modifiers for a short time.
Oh my god, that's so broken.
Specialize further into ritualistic
that's like
sacrifice.
I think that's like Headhunter. Headhunter gives you all of their mods if you kill them for like 30 seconds. This only gives you one at random. But it's like a baby Headhunter.
With As the Whispers Demand, which allows you to perform that skill on yourself instead of a corpse. Cut your own hand, sacrificing some of your own blood to empower yourself.
Wow. That's
The Amazon Ascension is for those looking to hunt more than just
Amazon?
beasts. Trained as an elite guard to the most important Azmerian
D2,
elements,
baby.
the Amazon will use more traditional fighting techniques
Yeah.
mastered to perfection. The Predatory Instinct skill will cause you to reveal weaknesses in the defenses of rare and unique enemies, causing you to deal more damage.
50%
You can see
more
those weak
damage
spots
with
represented
open
on their life
weakness.
bars.
Okay.
While using Elemental Infusion, any charges you consume will infuse your weapon with elemental power, causing any projectile attacks to explode on impact.
Oh, nice.
The Critical Strike skill is as simple as it sounds. It takes your excess accuracy and gives it to you as critical strike chance.
Okay.
Additionally, you have skills like Mystic Harvest, which allows your elemental damage to leech life, and as
That's
Mary
what-
Brew to be able to use either flask to restore both life and mana.
Oh, that's really
So
good.
those are the two new
What?
Ascendancies for the Huntress. But those are not the only Ascendancies in Dawn of the Hunt. We've added a new Ascension class for
That's
3
really
of the other
good.
existing classes too.
Oh, please give me a good one.
First up, for our warriors
Yeah.
out there, we have the Smith of Katava.
The Smith, a Katava?
Warrior is a blacksmith in origin, taught by his father Renly.
Oh yeah,
With
that's
this
that
ascension-
makes so much sense because when you play a warrior and you go to Act 1, the very first thing that you say to Renly is, "Oh, father, it's me." Like I was like, "Father." So it's actually you actually play the son of the blacksmith. That's really cool.
You can take your smithing skills to new heights by
Whoa.
embracing power from the insatiable one himself, Kitava.
Katava.
Smiths of Katava are master blacksmiths and have the ability to forge their weapon.
Look at the ascendancy tree. What is this shit? Temper weapon.
Literally. Using the Against the Anvil notable skill, you can enhance your weapon with fiery destruction before any battle. After doing so, your attacks will release explosions on hit for maximum devastation.
Oh, that would go really good with Herald of Ash. Oh, it's following him. What?
Also use the power of Kitava to summon an animated copy of your weapon to fight alongside you.
Oh, that's so crazy.
A great blacksmith can do more than just forging their weapon, though. Their armor can be enhanced too.
Really?
You might think this Ascendancy class tree looks a little abnormal, and
Yeah.
you're right. There's a lot of notable skills all disconnected at the bottom there. By taking this point here, which is free to assign, your character is
Normal?
unable to equip body armors with mods of any kind. So your body armor must be normal. Sounds like a downside, right?
Oh, you have to wear a white chest piece. Oh, okay.
Now, in true blacksmith fashion, you get to craft your own body armor by taking those disconnected notables with your points.
Whoa.
If you want your body armor to grant life, take this notable. If you want resistances, take this one. There's so
Body armor grants 75 to fire res?
many choices. Think of it like you're crafting your own
Oh,
body armor,
wow.
just in a more literal sense. Now, let's move on to those who prefer the
That's so
reassuring feel
weird.
of a crossbow in their hands, the mercenary.
Mercenary.
Alongside the existing Ascension classes, the Gemling Legionnaire and the Witch Hunter, you can now play as the Tactician.
Tactician.
The Tactician is a former Blackguard elite. Free from the duties of a Blackguard, he is able
What the
to
heck
use
was
his
that?
training to decimate the monsters of Rayclast
Oh.
and healthy income doing so.
Airstrikes.
This training comes in the form of various skills like suppressing fire.
Pin?
which
Oh, he
causes
has
all
natural
projectiles to
pin?
enemies. When
That's
combined
really
with the
strong.
Right where we want them notable, your pin not only stops your enemies from moving, but stops them from performing actions too.
What?
Similar to freeze.
They can't
For the
do
soldier's
anything.
training, the Tactician also works well cooperatively.
Banners.
Using
Oh.
the whoever pays best notable, you can place multiple banners at once. The
Okay.
Watch How We Do It skill gives a portion of your weapon's damage to your allies as well.
Oh, he's more of a
But
support
if that
class.
isn't enough, you can also command your army
Supporting
of Austrian
fire.
archers to unleash hell and carpet an entire area with arrows.
Wow.
Finally, witch players will be able to join their legions by becoming undead
What?
themselves. In Dawn of the Hunt, we're introducing the Lich Ascension class.
The Lich.
The Lich is a
Chaos.
master of chaos and curses. And
Yeah,
can sacrifice her
give me
life
that shit,
to
dude.
enhance her energy shield. The Crystalline Phylactery skill allows you to nominate a jewel in which to contain part of your soul, massively
What?
increasing its power. There's just one downside to
Hold on, I gotta read this. Can socket a 1 non-unique base jewel, 100% of effect increase of socketed jewels, 100 increased effect of socketed jewels, 50% more mana cost if you have no ES, 28% spell damage increase, 40% increased maximum ES, 6% increased spell speed or cast speed, and then 12% increased critical hit chance. Whoa, I've never seen that before. Is that new? I don't think they've ever done socketing with the Ascendancy before.
Splitting your soul this way, though. If you have no energy shield, your mana costs will shoot up.
Okay.
The Necromantic Conduit skill causes you and allies in your presence to have Unholy Might, granting extra damage as Chaos damage.
Oh, wow.
Rupture the Soul makes enemies you curse explode with Chaos damage when slain.
That's, I forgot what the name of that move is called. There's a support gem that detonates curses when they end. I forgot what it's called. Is it Hex Bloom? Ah, oh, damn it. Okay, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I mean. That's like basically that, but like way better.
Flesh allows you to
could
apply
an additional curse. It can affect hexproof enemies?
It's safe to say you'll be the true master of the occult by choosing the Lich class.
So Dawn of the Hunt has the Huntress and 5 new Ascension classes, but it doesn't end there. Let's take a look at some of the new skills we've added.
Oh.
Now, you may remember we've previously talked about the Raised Spectre skill. It's finally complete, and it will be made available in the upcoming expansion.
Oh, really?
It can be found in the occult skills on the skill gem crafting.
Bind Spectre.
Raised Spectre is a skill that allows you to trap the soul of almost any monster in the game.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
Which you can then summon in the skill panel.
Oh, that's so cool.
Spectres cost spirit and will revive automatically if they die, but the spirit cost varies based on the power of the monster. You could summon an army of weaker monsters, or a few of the more powerful.
That's Triceratops.
You can combine them with your existing skeleton minions.
Oh, wow.
Or summon exclusively specters. It's all up to you.
Oh, that would be really cool. A Spectre-only build.
Given that there are hundreds upon hundreds of monster variants in Path of Exile 2, it's safe to say you'll be experimenting with this one for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so the reason why you would experiment a lot with this one is because you literally can go anywhere in the game and find a body and use it. So that means there are gonna be builds where you have to get a body from a specific area in the game to gain access to those abilities for that monster, for that minion. Which is kind of like what POE 1 has that. So it's interesting.
Look forward to seeing which monsters serve you best.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
Now let's move on to our next skill. Since we've been talking about summoning undead so much, let's have a change of pace and summon something a little more alive. In Dawn of the Hunt, we're adding the Summon RHOA skill.
Mount.
Summon your friendly RHOA to aid you.
Oh, so anyone can get this?
You can also mount your RHOA in combat at any time, allowing you to move at full speed, even while shooting arrows.
Wow, that's huge. At full speed when shooting?
Though, if you take too much damage while riding your mount, you get knocked off and get overwhelmed.
Okay.
It's worth keeping an eye on your stagger bar, as falling off the
it's
mount
like a true,
almost certain death.
Yeah, it's a true stun.
On the topic of new ways to enhance your character, let's talk about support gems. Support gems are used to modify your skill gems in meaningful and interesting ways.
Yeah.
Currently, we feel that a lot of builds have insufficient options here.
I agree.
To alleviate this, we're adding over 100 new support gems.
Ooh.
Hema crystals will enable a new kind of bleed build, turning the damage over time you would have done into explosive Vile crystals.
What? Oh, that's so sick. So if they're bleeding from a dot and they die, it makes those red crystals like from Act 3, near the end of Act 3, those guys that you kill that have the red crystal on death effect. So now we get that.
Alignment is a support gem for bow attacks, which can reward skilled players with good positional skills.
Supported skills indicate one of the four directions. Changing indicate direction with an attack with support skill matches that direction. Attacks from supported skills which match the indicated direction deal much more damage. Cannot support channeled skills.
Good positional skills.
Oh, I see. There's an arrow on the ground here, and if you match the arrow's direction, you do more damage. That's a really weird skill. Okay.
Will allow you to litter the battlefield with hazards.
Oh, Caltrops! I'm a ninja.
Ranges. But there's plenty more for every playstyle, such as
so many.
Enormity.
Wait, what does that do? Minions from supported skills have 20% increased size, 20% more damage, 20% more max life. Ooh. Tanky minions. Oh, supports persistent minions. Oh, but they cost more spirit. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Unsteady tempo.
Supports melee attack skills you use yourself. Attacking with supported skills will cycle through the various effects, with the first attack in sequence inflicting hobble on you. The second and third attacks in sequence will powerfully scale the chance to critically hit and overall damage, respectively, at which point the cycle will reset. Oh, okay, so that would be good like on a monk. First attack, hobble, 40%. What does hobble do? Well, we can't read it because it's in the... I have to see it in game. Okay.
Profanity.
Support stats use yourself. Support skills consume a corpse on use, dealing more chaos damage if they do. Cannot support triggered skills or reservation skills. Okay. Yeah, you get... Okay, so consume a corpse within 5 meters if possible. Supported skills deal 30% more chaos damage if consuming a corpse. So that would be good on Essence Drain. I would Essence Drain, consumes a corpse, 30% more chaos. Give me that shit.
Retaliate.
Oh, really? Are they really bringing back Retaliate? Oh, it's okay. They're making it as a support gem. Supported skills deal 40% more attack damage scaling as stun bar increases. So if you are closer to being heavily stunned, it will then trigger whatever the... It will then trigger the effect, in which the case is 40% more attack damage for the supported skill. Okay. Wow, that must do a shit ton of damage with that move, yeah.
Syzygy. Yep, that's a real word.
Yeah, that's a real word. Support slam skills you use yourself. Hits from supported skills are considered crushing blows against the enemies, which are both ignited and fully armor broken. Hits with supported skills that heavily stun, ignited, and fully armor broken enemies will intimidate them. I believe intimidation makes it so they take 10% more damage.
And many more.
Now, we've talked about a new class, new Ascendancy classes, new skills, and new support gems. But let's not forget about the core of a true action RPG, the items.
Yeah.
To start with, let's talk about uniques. We're adding over 100 new unique items. This time, we've made sure to add uniques with a focus on mid and endgame tiers to make sure there are more exciting items to find for higher level characters. Let's look at some examples. Embrace your inner devil with Chernobog's Pillar. It grants you a large amount of fire damage based on your block chance.
1% of damage is fire per 1% chance to block. Nice. Okay.
The Coming Calamity allows you to become a true master of the elements, granting you all 3 elemental herald skills without costing any spirit.
God, that sounds so broken.
At the same time, it penalizes enemy resistances.
It penalizes the enemy's resistance? Oh, enemies in your presence have no Elo res. Oh my god. And you gain res too. What? And life. This is gonna be really strong. This sounds too strong. Why is it 19 and not 20? I wonder why that is. Maybe I'm not getting something, but this is really strong.
Wastegate is a belt useful for builds using a single resource like Blood Magic or Archmage builds. With this belt, you can use 2 life flasks or 2 mana flasks. It's up to you.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wait, 2 life or 2 mana? Oh, so if I go Blood Magic, I can just use 2 mana or 2 life flasks.
Is all day.
Look at this outfit, by the way. Can we just appreciate how sick this looks?
But we'll leave most of them for you to discover.
Oh, what? I love this color. The gold and purple? Is this like the Emperor's Children?
Suffice
Warhammer
to say,
reference.
We want there to be way more.
Okay, it's like that's a samurai. I got a buddy of mine that would love this.
To find. Over time, our goal is to add a unique to every single base.
There's little baby heads on his waist.
Item type at a minimum. So
I like this. Was this a tabula rasa or some shit? No, it can't be.
You can chance any base in the game.
Wait, what did he just say? I have to hear that again. I'm sorry, guys.
Over time, our goal is to add a unique to every single base item type at a minimum, so that you can chance any base in the game.
Oh, okay.
Now,
nice.
Given that we have the Huntress, we have a set of unique spears from early game all the way through the end game as well. One example is Scyther's Spear, which combines bleed and fire in a powerful way.
Bleeding on hit, fire, physical damage. Aggravating any bleeding with this weapon also aggravates all ignites. You can aggravate an ignite on the target. 10% chance to aggravate bleeding on hit. Cannot use projectile attacks. So that would be good with that multi-stab that she was doing earlier. Oh, how do you aggravate an ignite? Does that just mean that the ignite burns more?
It allows your ignites to be aggravated, dealing substantially more damage.
Yeah, okay.
We're also introducing a suite of unique bucklers with some interesting parry mechanics. Calgyra's Arc, for example, allows you to parry projectiles from any distance.
Oh my god.
And we're also adding our first unique charm.
Wait, what was the rest of that? Infinite projectile parry range? Is that the implication that you can only parry for so far away? 50% increased parry debuff duration.
Well, allows you to parry projectiles from any distance.
Okay.
And we're also adding our first unique charms.
Really?
Calgyra's Anguish will not only protect you from Ignite, but will also emit a devastating fire nova whenever you do get ignited.
Oh, wow.
In sum,
That's
there's
cool.
just a ton of new uniques to find. We can't wait to see the weird and broken builds that come out of it.
Yeah.
Now, we also want to talk about crafting options.
Oh, here we go.
In each major update during early access, we'll be continuing to add and improve the options here. We have various new crafting tools that have been added as rewards to many of the different types of new content that we're adding. But for now, I just want to mention the changes to runes.
Okay.
Runes add commonly available mods, but since they only have one tier, flat damage mods tend to get outclassed by Engame.
Yeah.
So we've changed runes to have multiple tiers, allowing you to get higher tier mods than before.
Oh, wow.
Our plan is to significantly expand the number of more specialized mods for crafting using socketables as we add new content over time. And the first new set of those comes from what we're talking about next.
Oh.
In Dawn of the Hunt, we're adding Azmerian Wisps, which can be found throughout both the campaign and the endgame.
Good.
The Azmeri spirit has made itself present in Rayclast, and it appears to be trying to warn, or maybe prepare us for the coming darkness. You will first encounter a manifestation of it in the Grellwood in Act 1, where you'll meet Delwyn, an Azmeri hunter who is trying to find out what exactly is causing the spirit to behave this way. As you approach the Wisp, it will flee, leading you past monsters. Any monsters it comes into contact with are infused by it, making them more powerful. Each spirit is associated with a specific revered animal within Azmeri culture. This one is a Wisp of the Great Bear, and grants enemies extra life and stun. The Wisp moves faster the closer you are, and as you move away, they slow down to wait for you. But if you get too far away for too long, they'll dissipate and return to the woods.
Ah, you gotta stay close.
As you
Escort
continue to
mission.
chase the Wisp, it will find and possess a rare or unique monster, granting it a new powerful ability. Because this was a Wisp of the Great Bear, this monster now also has increased life and stun. But on top of that, it will periodically summon a large spectral bear that slams with wild fury.
Cool.
If
Is
you're
that
able to defeat this foe,
are they trying to like really tease us for the druid? Is that what they're doing?
you will be rewarded. For each monster that was infused and killed along the way, the rewards will be increased. Each Wisp has its own mechanics. The Wisp of the Winter Owl is a primal Wisp that causes enemies to deal extra cold damage, gain energy shield, and release wind vortices on death. When infusing a monster, they will call down large tornadoes to protect their host.
Okay.
The Wisp of the Wild Cat is a vivid Wisp that causes affected monsters to deal more critical strikes and become more evasive. When it infuses a monster, it will summon a barrage of feline spirits that will
too many
attempt to tear
cats.
you limb from limb. If you're lucky, you may even find sacred Wisps that can do some pretty crazy things to the monsters they influence. Like the Wisp of the Cunning Fox, which turns normal monsters into magics, magic monsters into rares, and rare monsters into actual bosses.
Okay. Wow. Wait. Hold on.
Rare
I just like zoned out for like a minute there. Did he just say it converts a monster to the next tier of rarity?
Into magics, magic monsters into rares, and rare monsters into actual
Oh, it
bosses.
just straight up turned into the miller. Whoa. That's cool.
Azmerian Wisps can drop a new set of socketable items that allow you to craft a wide range of interesting new mods onto your items.
Oh, game
Each one may only
range
be
on
used on
melee
a
hit.
specific item slot. As mentioned, the Azmerian Wisps can be encountered throughout the game, but there's also a new endgame map called the Azmeri Ranges, a mountain village where the Azmeri once lived, now overrun with corrupt monsters. This map always has multiple Azmerian Wisps in it, and familiar, yet not quite the same boss fight. Azmerian Wisps can also be further modified by the endgame Atlas tree as well, and by tablets.
Okay, good.
But I'm not going to be the one talking about those things. In order to cover all the new content in Engame, I'm going to hand things over to Mark.
Mark Roberts.
Hi,
Game
Mark.
Director on Path of Exile 2.
Mark
There's
Roberts.
a ton to talk about with the endgame today, so let's dig right in.
Let's dig right in.
Path of Exile 2's early access began with a brand new endgame, and it was clear that it needed a lot of work.
True.
After absorbing your feedback, we're ready to make some epic changes. The first thing is, we just need a lot more content.
Yep.
In Dawn of the Hunt, we have made sure to focus on increasing the sheer number of interesting and different encounters you will randomly stumble into as you explore the endgame.
Sick.
And the second goal is to smoothen the progression through maps and reduce the amount of annoying busy work. To start with, let's talk about the new interesting stuff to find. Well, the most obvious thing to add are new maps.
Oh, hey.
As well as the Azmerian ranges that Jonathan mentioned earlier.
Oh, that's from
Dawn of
POE
the Hunt
1.
also contains 7 other new maps.
Oh, like the ice
all
map.
with their own custom encounters. Let's start with this one.
The Feral Megaliths map starts off in the wild Azmite forests. As you progress through the forest, you will find mysterious rune-carved stones that, when touched, surge with energy. After activating all the stones, you can find a grand henge, where all the energy is coalescing. You can then start an encounter. The area darkens, a storm moves in, and a concentration of energy summons a dangerous boss. You must fight and defeat the boss to get its rewards. Once you have defeated it, summon another.
Okay.
And another.
Yep, send them.
And another. And another. You have 10 total waves of boss fights, which get incrementally more difficult.
10.
If you manage to defeat them, you get full boss rewards, but also opportunities to get new runes. These can only be obtained from this map.
Really?
The Fractured Lake contains a surreal waterscape.
Lake of Calandra?
Mirror-like objects. As you move around the map, the terrain itself
It's Lake of
elevates from
Calandra.
below, creating the ground you walk on. In this unique map, all the rare monsters are mirrored, so you're always fighting 2 of the same rare at the same time, which can prove quite difficult. If you manage to overcome that challenge and make it to the end of the map, you'll be presented with a broken mirror, a powerful altar-like object that contains an item within it. The item contained within is a new base type, either an amulet or a ring. That can be crafted to have additional prefixes or suffixes at the cost of the other.
Really?
The last unique map
That's
we'll show
so
today
weird.
is one based around the essence mechanic. You enter a crystalline cavern, and you will find a powerful map boss imprisoned in the center. It is surrounded by many rare monsters, also imprisoned in essences. By freeing and defeating the rare monsters, the essence they held will be upgraded to a greater essence and be added to the imprisoned map boss.
That's cool.
How brave are you? How many essences will you add to the boss?
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot.
Overdo it, and you might lose everything. Underdo it, and you might regret it. It's your choice. Or even upgrade the essences to greater essences.
Oh, you can corrupt the essence prison itself.
Greater essences? Well, it can upgrade those too.
Really?
We have 4 new corrupted essences.
Oh my god.
Essence of Hysteria, Delirium, Horror, and Insanity.
Oh my god.
Each corrupted essence has its own interesting combat mechanics. For example, the essence of Insanity causes you to question even your own mind, as monsters split into shadowy clones, and you must locate the real one before a devastating icy explosion freezes everything around it.
Oh, that's cheap.
Each of these has their own crafting outcomes. The essence of Insanity can be applied to a belt. It adds a mod that will ensure the next Vaal orb used on the belt will guarantee adding 2 enchantments.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's worth noting, all the essences in the unique map can also be corrupted too.
What?
If you're willing to risk it. It's worth noting we have also added 10 extra Atlas passive points you can earn by completing 5 different unique maps.
Okay.
Now, new maps are just the beginning. We had a goal where we wanted to make sure you were constantly finding exciting new content, and that it could be lurking around any corner.
Yep.
So, we have added a bunch of new things that you could stumble into in any map you run.
On your travels, you will sometimes encounter rogue exiles.
Exiles.
Others like you who have been exiled and are openly hostile.
Damn.
Some are malicious, some are mad, while others are simply fiends for loot. They will challenge you.
Loot fiend. Loot gobblers.
They use the same skills available to players, and even the same items. They aren't just dressed up in those items, they're actually using them. It's going to feel like a true player versus player situation. Of course, if you are able to slay these exiles, those items will all drop on the ground. So if you encounter an exile using a powerful or valuable unique item, which you can see displayed under their life bar, you want to be damn sure you kill them.
Yeah.
Because if they kill you and your party, they'll portal out, taking their items with them.
Damn.
Every fight will feel completely different depending on the items
They
come
just
across.
straight up leave. I
These
like that.
exiles are much smarter than your regular monsters.
That's crazy.
They have capabilities to dodge roll, avoid your abilities with smart pathfinding, smart targeting, and much more action-packed gameplay. Fortunately, they're like you, and they're not super durable. Unless, of course, they're wearing uniques like Helm's Heart, in which case, expect a longer battle. There are 12 different rogue exiles you can find, each with their own skills and personalities. Some may insult you, while others may admire your honor in combat.
Another encounter you might stumble onto in Dawn of the Hunt are one of 4 new unique strongboxes.
Strongboxes are chests with modifiers. When you try to open them, they activate traps and spawn waves of monsters that
Okay.
you must defeat to access the loot.
As usual.
Let's take a look at 2 of the new unique boxes that are harder to find
Ooh.
and behave just a little bit differently.
Yeah, looks different.
The Ogham's Legacy Strongbox has a corpse splayed out in front of the rune-carved stone.
Oh, it's a unique. Okay.
Upon interacting with the stone, you activate Forbidden Ezomite magic, which revives the monster as a powerful rare. The Strongbox comes with a modifier, which determines how many times it will revive that
Oh, it comes back to life over and over
Each time
again.
you defeat the monstrosity, the Strongbox revives it again, adding an extra modifier to the monster. With each
Okay.
resurrection, it becomes more difficult, but also more rewarding. This Strongbox is infused with thaumaturgy from ancient Faal technology. Eshel's Torment has a powerful artifact inside, and is guarded by Chaos itself. Defeating the monsters will grant you a unique item, with a specific corrupted outcome. You'll have to find the other 2 for yourself to see what they do.
Now,
Ooh, that was
let's
sick
talk about
looking.
the introduction to the endgame. Upon
Okay.
starting the endgame, Doriani tasks you with cleansing corruption to help restore the land.
Man, Dorian is big.
However, in practice, the quest objective just sent you on a grind to clear 15 maps.
Yeah, that's
We
boring.
wanted to make the quest to unlock your Atlas passives much more interesting.
Now, Doriani is tasking you with a more specific objective. On the Atlas, you will find areas of corruption caused by the beast.
Okay.
In the center of each one, you will find a corrupted nexus, the source of the
Nexus.
affliction. In the areas leading up to the nexus, you will notice that corruption spills out from slain enemies
Yeah.
and amalgamates into powerful monsters. Corrupted maps existed on the Atlas before, but we've done significant work on improving these monsters.
Yeah, it looks completely different.
We've also done a full pass on the modifiers on these maps to make them more interesting and more rewarding.
40% increase of chance to
Once
spawn.
you reach the
Okay.
nexus, you will have a new task. Cleanse the source of corruption.
Riding the bird.
When you defeat the last rare in those maps, they will spawn one of 3 terrifying bosses.
Ooh, that boss looks totally
Amalgamations
new.
of corruption itself. After defeating that boss, Doriani will come and cleanse the corruption for good. As the remains of the boss are purged of corruption, it coalesces into raw crystallized power, which you can use to gain points for your Atlas passive skill tree.
Okay, nice.
The upgrade system that allows you to add and enhance content in your maps. We didn't stop there though. When you complete a corrupted
going.
nexus, all of the remaining surrounding corrupted maps will become cleansed maps.
Ooh.
Cleansed maps also have
Oh, it's
new
all
monsters.
gray. You see that? It's all gray. All the corrupted zones are now like, it's all like gray with this crystal. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Cleansed maps. Cleansed maps also have new monsters,
Inferno
new
Dweller.
boss.
New boss. Okay.
and their own set of modifiers and rewards,
Cool.
including finding fracturing orbs by slaying cleansed enemies.
Fracturing orbs?
These orbs can be used in crafting on a rare item to cause one of
Wait, what did that
its
say?
modifiers. These orbs can be used
Fracture a random modifier on a rare item with at least 4 mods, locking it in place. Ooh, so you can reroll mods and not lose it.
in crafting
Oh, so chaos crafting is going to be even more powerful now.
on a rare item to cause one of its modifiers to become
Yeah, look at that.
A
Wow.
fractured modifier is one that cannot be modified by any means. You are able to freely modify the item, ensuring the fractured modifier will never change. If you get the right item with the right mod, it can prove to be a very powerful crafting base
Yeah,
indeed.
very powerful.
You must now choose. Do you complete all the corrupted maps and then the Nexus?
There you go.
Or maybe you beeline to the Nexus, complete it, and do all the remaining maps cleansed.
Yeah, yeah,
Both
yeah.
have rewards to entice you and challenges to assess.
Different choices now. That's good.
Now, let's have a talk about towers.
Oh God.
One thing we've had a lot of feedback
They
on
know.
is the busy work around running towers and managing your tablets. The first change we've made here is that we have reduced the number of towers drastically. So there are now 1/3 as many as before, but we've made them much more powerful.
Okay.
To start with, tablets now inherently add twice as many mechanics.
Really?
That's not all. Running higher tier maps and towers now increases the number of mechanics applied by tablets.
Ooh.
By tier 15, the bonus is double,
Oh my
allowing a
God.
single tablet to now add 4 times as many mechanics as before.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you can add multiple. Okay.
So, we're running far fewer towers, dealing with fewer tablets, and affecting even more maps than before.
Yeah, that's way
But
better.
because there are fewer towers overlapping with each other, you won't get as many opportunities to stack different tablets.
So you have to choose.
In order to solve this, we've made it so that each tower can consume up to 3 tablets at once.
Okay.
You always get 1 slot on completing the tower, but if you can complete a tower with more mods on the waystone, you can unlock a 2nd or 3rd slot.
Nice.
Overall, this allows for even more juicing from towers, while drastically reducing the amount of busy work you have to do.
Okay.
On top of that, towers are much more interesting maps because they can now spawn with all mechanics,
Okay.
including bosses.
That's good.
Each tower map has a new boss. Let's take a look at a couple here.
The boss fight of the Alpine Ridge map has 2 powerful witches contesting for territory.
Oh, that's the girl from Azek
One
Bog
witch has an
and the one
affinity
from the
for
beginning of the
ice,
game.
The other, fire. Who will
Okay.
win? Hopefully neither.
It's kind of like
The boss of
Lunaris
the
versus
Sinking Spire
Solaris.
map is a remnant of the Val that has been charged with the lightning. It uses a full suite of lightning abilities.
Oh, it's Blackjaw with
careful.
lightning.
If any of them hit the surrounding constructs, they will power up.
Uh-oh.
Another thing that we've seen a lot of feedback about is sustaining waystones.
Yeah.
As we looked into it, we realized that the people who couldn't sustain waystones were dying a lot. A lot more than we had expected. And
Skill
that made us
issue.
realize something. During the campaign, the expectation is that you can die multiple times in order to learn how to overcome challenges.
Yeah.
You are able to learn how the monsters behave, adapt to their skills, and eventually overcome them. But as soon as you get to the endgame, you are effectively no longer allowed to die if you want to sustain waystones. By the time you are getting towards the end of endgame, we want you to have to be careful not to die. But it certainly shouldn't be that we have such a sudden shift as you run your first maps.
The first change we're making is you can now respawn and return to a map if you die.
Really? Oh, they're
Continuing from
okay.
where
They're
you left
walking it
off.
back to POE 1. Cool.
When you start the endgame, you get up to 6 total attempts per map.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you add more modifiers to a waystone, the number of respawns goes down.
Okay.
This means that as you get to the point that you're running every waystone as a rare, you will have to be more careful.
Yeah, one attempt. That makes sense. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with
In
it.
parties, everyone gets to respawn that number of times.
Oh, so it's not a shared pool anymore.
But we still think it's important that you can kill a boss in one go. In order to allow that to happen, we've made a change so that once you start the boss fight, it changes over to the same respawning system we use for pinnacle bosses.
Okay.
This means that the map owner can choose to respawn everyone at the same time.
Really? Okay, that's kind of
Another
cool.
complaint we've seen a lot of is players not wanting to do the pinnacle content because of the experience penalty from dying. A change we've made here is that all pinnacle content now no longer grants experience, but also no longer removes experience on death either.
Oh, okay, that's really good. Yeah, I'm okay
Dawn
with
of the
that.
Hunt
Because you're
also
not
brings the first-
you're not doing the Arbiter of Ass for experience points. You're just doing it to kill him for the gear. You don't care about experience. So yeah, not losing experience is nice to have.
batch of Twilight Order reliquary keys from the early access supporter packs. These keys contain items selected by our supporters. They can contain any unique item found in Path of Exile 2. If the
Okay.
selected item is a pinnacle boss drop, then only special keys dropped by this content will be able to provide these items. For example, Hand of Wisdom in action can only come from a key dropped by Zesht.
Okay.
We're also making a change that allows pinnacle boss uniques to drop at any difficulty. Rarer uniques will be rarer at lower difficulties, but still possible to find. This applies to the drop chances for the reliquary keys from this content as well.
Ooh.
We spoke about towers and tablets earlier, but we have also added a suite of unique tablets.
Oh, nice.
Each of these adds crazy interactions to the maps influenced by it.
One for each mechanic.
For example, this unique tablet allows you to run any map in a tower's radius without requiring connections, which can be quite useful for jumping gaps and traveling around your atlas. And this tablet causes all runic monsters spawned during expedition encounters to be duplicated, and weakens all expedition monsters that emerge from the ground. The Atlas tree has also been expanded, and you can find many of the new mechanics there, and improvements to existing ones too.
Now, through
Sweet,
this live stream,
sweet.
we have mentioned quite a few new crafting options that we've added. New runes, corrupted essences, fractured mods, and jewelry crafting bases. But we did have just one more crafting system to talk about.
Ooh.
Recombination.
Oh, the day.
Expedition was the only in-game mechanic that was lacking a crafting system.
Oh,
So
shit.
that needed to change.
Yeah, they brought back recombination.
Recombination is a mechanic that might be familiar to some players.
Yeah.
It allows you to merge two items together, hoping to get the best elements of each on a single new item.
Ooh.
This new crafting bench will be unlocked as you complete your first expedition, and requires artifacts found during expeditions to fuel it. The rarer the mods on the item you are combining, the more expensive the cost.
Yeah, they're more expensive.
That wraps up all the major in-game changes we're talking about today.
Wow.
With all the system changes
Fantastic.
and new content, we can't wait to get in there, start blasting maps,
Blast it.
and obliterating monsters.
Blast some maps,
There's
guys.
one more thing we wanted to clarify before we move on, which is that all the content we've talked about today will be made available in the existing early access leagues, so you can play your existing characters.
Really?
However, there will be new leagues made for those who wish to start in a fresh economy.
Yeah.
It is recommended to start over and
Yeah.
get the full new experience in the Dawn of the Hunt leagues.
Yeah. That's crazy. So you can play the same character in the
For
new
all our
content.
existing early access players, we're really looking forward to joining you playing in this new update. For those who don't already have access and are interested in playing Path of Exile 2, Dawn of the Hunt, you are able to at any time purchase an early access supporter pack at www.pathofexile2.com. Additionally, the Paladin and Penance supporter packs are now available to purchase in Path of Exile 2 and contain
Ooh.
6 microtransactions each, and the full pack's face value in points.
Nice.
All the microtransactions contained within these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
Cool.
Thank you so much for your ongoing support.
Thank you so much, guys. Guys, this was an amazing trailer and breakdown of the content. Dude, I cannot wait for next week. Next week is going to be so sick, dude. April in general is a crazy good-ass month. There's a lot of good games coming out in April, right? We have Last Epoch as well, you know, Rest of the Wicked, this. There's some other games that I played that are coming out in April, too. I'm not going to mention that because it's irrelevant. But the point is that, you know, unless this is a really well-scripted April Fool's joke, this shit is sick. So, let me know what you guys think, man. You guys, you must be hyped for this. You have to be. I'd be very surprised if you guys weren't. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know this was a long one, but it was totally worth it in my opinion. I am totally okay with this being a long-ass video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys take good care of yourselves. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.